Guys, I know you think you mean well when you ult as Revenant the second the fight starts. I get it, the Ghost Flame Explosion relic looks like a Nuclear Metal album cover, but you need to stop immediately, along with everything else I'm about to list in this video, because if you don't, the community will come for you. And I'm not talking about casual Reddit scolding, I'm talking about FromSoft fans. These are the people who wrote 14-page dissertations on Melania's posture mechanics. They thrive on gatekeeping, and once they mobilize, I can't save you. I won't even try. You're on your own. So like I said in the intro, we need to talk about Revenants. Specifically you Revenant players who treat your ult like it's a fireworks show instead of a life-saving kit. The Ghost Flame Explosion is very cool, I'll give you that. It lights up the battlefield, knocks enemies down, makes you feel like the protagonists of some dark fantasy anime. But guess what? It also fully revives a teammate who's on their last breath, and you're using it on cooldown like it's a party trick. The Revenant's ultimate is the clutch level power. Someone down with 3 bars, doesn't matter. Dead teammate, back up with style. That's a game changer. If you don't blow your load in the first 30 seconds into the fight because you wanted to set the tone. And while we're at it, summon your damn bodyguards. You have literal undead minions just chilling in your back pocket, and half of you forget they exist. That's like playing Pokemon and refusing to send anything out. You're out here acting like a solo act when you are in fact a ghost queen commanding an army. So stop ulting for flare. Stop ignoring your entourage. Because if I go down and you ghost flame for the drama instead of the save, I will crawl back to life just to beat you down myself. Alright, Guardian mains, it's your turn in the hot seat. And don't try to waddle away behind that massive shield. You've got arguably the most clutch supporting ult in the game. It's a group-wide revive, a cleanse, a defensive buff, and an aggro pool. Your ultimate? It's a panic button from the gods. So why are you all burning it just to look cool mid-fight with no one dead and nothing happening? I swear, some of you treat Wings of Salvation like it's a cutscene. The boss barely sneezed and there you are, slamming your shield into the earth like you're declaring war on the clouds. No one's impressed, bro. Especially not your teammates who are still alive, doing just fine. And now, we won't have a revive when we actually need it. The worst part, you look like a savior. So when people die and realize you've already used your ult to assert dominance on a group of bugs, that betrayal hits hard. You're supposed to be our wall, our fortress. But for the love of all things FromSoft, time your ult like it matters. Otherwise, you're just cosplaying a chicken with abandonment issues. And by abandonment issues, I mean, it's an issue that you abandoned us. Hear ye, Duchess mains, gather round. We need to talk about your addiction to mistiming your restage. The single most elegant way to ruin a group of enemies, and somehow y'all keep misfiring it like you're trying to predict the plot twist instead of timing a comeback. Here's what restage actually does. It reapplies all the damage enemies around you have taken in the last few seconds. That's right, it's not about you taking hits, it's about them already suffering, and then suffering again. Used correctly, it's a second act where you walk on stage and hit rewind on their pain. But you keep pressing it before the action even starts. It's like an American Pie when Jim gets there by touching Nadia's leg. It's embarrassing. If you pop restage when the enemy hasn't taken any meaningful damage yet, you just wasted one of the most satisfying payoffs in the game. No encore, no impact. Just a ticking noise and a puff of enemy-shaped mist while everyone shrugs. You're supposed to wait for the build-up, then make your entrance. Restage is revenge through repetition, not preemptive choreography. Use it after your team's gone to work, and you'll be the gothic goddess of finishers you were born to be. Now on to Executor mains, you unhinged, posture-perfect lunatics. You holy Crucible Knight, katana-wielding maniacs with a transformation button. Let's not pretend anymore. You're the class that can literally morph into a massive spectral wolf beast mid-combo. You roar, your claws glow, and the boss's health bar starts praying. That's not a mechanic, it's your lifestyle. You are, without question, FromSoft's most aggressive answer to the furry pipeline, and you still manage to mess it up. Because somehow, despite being built around violence and vengeance, you refuse to use your cursed blade. Instead, you're out here swinging with whatever you happen to pick up in your adventures, instead of using the weapon that builds up stored damage over time, and then unleashes it when you hit your finisher. Oh, and it also boosts your holy damage, and makes your counterattacks hit like divine judgment. And y'all are out here ignoring that. For what? A basic combo string and a dodge roll? You need to use that curse blade. It's your entire rhythm, build, explode, ascend. If you're not glowing with vengeful energy while chewing through enemies, then I hate to break it to you, you're just a guy with good posture. So draw the blade, embrace the burst, and accept the beast within you, you beautifully unholy full moon disaster. Alright, Iron Eye mains. You're the class with the steadiest aim, the longest range, and an ultimate that could split the Erd tree in half. One charged shot, one perfect line, and the entire battlefield collapses under a shockwave of divine vengeance. You are a long-ranged apex predator. So why the hell are you treating your ult like it's a quick tap from a Nerf gun? Your ultimate is meant to pierce through crowds, detonate everything in its path. It's a massive fucking arrow, and the wrath of the skies wrapped as one huge present of death and destruction. But most of you panic fire it like the boss just looked at you funny. No setup, no lineup, just whoosh, straight into a wall, a minion, or nothing at all. This is not a fire and forget ult. This is a sniper shot. You hold it, you breathe, you wait for the stars to align, and then you pull the trigger like you're sealing fates. You're a DPS gremlin with the ability to execute your foes and everything around them with a medieval tactical nuke. However, the way you play is as a spray and pray executioner with patience issues. So stop playing Iron Eye like it's Call of Duty. You only get that one shot to make a point, so make it hurt. And now we come to the Raider mains. You absolute slab of muscle with the impulse control of a boulder falling down a mountain. You've got S-scale strength, arms like siege towers, and an attitude that says, why block when I can break the planet? And somehow, some of y'all still try to get fancy. Let's be real, your active skill is great. Big stuns, wide arcs, good utility, but sometimes you just need to jump. Seriously, 2 weapons, jump attack, that's it. That's the build. That's the game. That's Nightreign beaten. You don't need complex relic synergy. You don't need precise parries or frame perfect spacing. You need to leap into the air like a caveman getting revenge on the moon and bring both axes down like you're trying to end a family bloodline. The biggest problem is that you're out here dodging like Duchess and trying to wait for an opening like the Executor. Dude, you are the opening. You are the reason bosses develop fear of the players. The bosses see you and wish they could have chose Wylder instead. Jump, swing, land, repeat. It's the way to destroy poise on enemies while acting like a damn kangaroo out here. Because when a raider stops trying to play like a strategist and just starts playing like a meteor with biceps, there's not a damn thing in Nightreign that can stop you. Wylder mains, you crazy great sword wielding explosion loving lunatics. You sprint faster than sense, sleep off cliffs like it's therapy, and dual wield primal chaos like it's just another Tuesday. And somehow, you're perfect. I don't know how you do it. I don't want to know. Every time I see a Wylder, they're either on fire, screaming, midair, or already winning. And sometimes, all 4 at once. Your kit just works, your ult is cracked, your instincts are terrifying. Never change, never think. Just keep doing whatever feral nonsense makes the world afraid of you. Godspeed, you beautiful gremlins. Recluse mains, gather round, you robe-wearing, spell-slinging, brain-maxed maniacs. You've got an S scaling in intelligence and faith, which means you're not just a spellcaster, you're a full-blown divine chemist. You're supposed to be the one class mixing raw logic with cosmic belief and turning it into an obliteration in a bottle. So why are half of you just spamming the same 3 magic pools like you're on your lunch break? Your whole kit is about mixing spells, combining effects to create unstable arcane cocktails that can melt bosses, debuff entire rooms, or rewrite the laws of reality for like 5 fucking seconds. And instead, Y'all are out here pressing the same sequence like you're warming up for a rhythm game tutorial. This is not a high school science class where you're just mixing vinegar and baking soda. This is a high stakes magic mixology. You have to be out here walking around, blending spells together like a god of alchemy, or an Elric brother. And instead you're playing like you only read half the damn description. Learn your combos, test your reactions, make enemies fear your weirdness, because when played right, Recluse is unbelievably powerful. And if you're not turning the battlefield into a chaotic, glowing science experiment every 5 seconds, you're not the Recluse. You're just a glorified potion vendor with performance anxiety. So yeah, maybe you're ulting too early. Maybe you're panic sniping walls. And maybe you're a furry that just hasn't admitted it yet. But here's the truth. Every Nightfarer is broken in their own beautiful way. Whether you're out here mistiming restage like it's a TikTok trend, or dive bombing bosses with double great hammers and no thoughts, own it. Lean into your flaws, master your chaos. Just don't drag your team down in the process, because if you keep ulting at full health, spamming the same combo spells, or refusing to jump attack like a real raider, you're not just letting yourself down. You're letting the angry mob of FromSoft fans already lighting torches and writing 10,000 word Reddit posts about your performance down. So, embrace your class, learn your kit, evolve past your scrub phase. And if you do get called out in this video, don't worry, it means you're one of us. Hit that like button if you ever misused your ult, sub if you're brave enough to admit you've never read your relic descriptions, and as always, remember, be good to each other. See you in the next video. Peace.